Hey guys, so it's been about 10 years since I painted, but I just figured I would start painting again. Or not even to paint, just to do it as a hobby, you know. But that's my brother's bike back there. And it was blue when he bought it, and I guess he didn't like the blue with the flames and everything. I'll put a picture right now. So after I got the parts back, me and my brother got to talking about what do we want to paint the bike, and he wanted it black with a red flake. And then we were like, well, do you want to do the whole bike flake, or do you want to do it, how you want to do it? And he said he wanted the tank flaked out, and then the rest of the bike black. so, I've never shot flake before, so I started looking online, and I found a company called Huffer Paint or Paint Huffers. So here's the can of the flake, and there's a fly flying around. And so we got the parts and we got them all prepped up and ready to go, and I started shooting. And when I first shot the first coat, I found out that the flake is heavy, so it starts sagging. So I had to like adjust my spray, how I sprayed everything. But once I got that figured out, it's been 10 years since I painted, so I'm gonna make a little mistake here and there. But I think the bike came out all right. What I wanted to review was the flake. The flake is awesome. I've never shot flake, and something that I'm gonna keep trying to do. I have another bottle that I bought that matches my tank, and I'm gonna paint my front rim on my bike. So I want my rim and my tank the same, and it's a copper. But that'll be in a different video. But this flake is awesome. Paint Huffers is the name. If you want to look into them, they're on Instagram. There's 7 coats on the bike, and it's behind me. You can see it. 7 coats of flake on there, and then I went back and I cleared 2 more clears on top of it with the fenders and everything. But this is the gun I use, Central Pneumatic. I got it at Arbor Freight. It's a really good gun. Don't let Arbor Freight. I mean, some of their stuff is not the greatest, but the paint guns really work well. I got it for $15. It was on sale. I think they're normally like 30 or 20 something. But I bought 2, and then I bought a primer gun. Because in order to spray the flake, you need a primer gun because it's a 1.8, the needle on it, it's a 1.8. So I used that, and then I used the one I just showed you. I used that to do the clear and the base coats. They work just fine. I have no problem with them. I've never had problems with them. I've sprayed with them in the past. If I could afford, I would afford a SATA or a SATA or a SATA or however many people say it. Those really fancy ones. When I went to paint school back in the days, that's what we used in school. And then it turns out that I didn't really learn much from the school, but they had really nice equipment, and I learned a few tricks, but it's all preference of how people do different things and different tricks. So I learned some things from some people, and I learned some things from the school. So it's cool, and I still I still do the work. So it's not like I'm not doing that stuff anymore. I also used a 6-gallon compressor, which is horrible because it builds up water like crazy. So I had to keep dumping the tank, which is another thing. I need better equipment, but for what the bike looks like and everything, I think it's just fine. There's nothing crazy. I didn't get like crazy fisheye. There is some orange peel, but we put the bike back together like 2 nights ago, and he didn't want to sand it or anything. He didn't want to buff it out, so it looks fine. It's not like it looks gross or anything. It's a catcher, man. It looks like a bass boat. I'll show some clips here in a second, and you'll see it. But yeah, man, those are my thoughts on the Arbor Freight guns. They're really good, and definitely need a better compressor or a bigger tank. The compressor's fine. I just need a bigger tank. Let me think. Jamoy, you want to say hi? Jamoy, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Hey guys, hello. Finish, and then we got to talking. Do we want to do the whole blank? Oh my goodness. So after I picked up the parts, I got to talking with my brother, and